Hi, I'm theciaellis, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. Okay, it's Saturday morning, and it's actually a very pretty day. If you hear the pigs in the background, I've already fed two of the pigs. I fed Daisy and Wilbur the scraps, and so we're going to get some chores done today, and I'm really hoping I can get some work on some trim in the bathroom today, too. So let's get started. It is amazing how much water this dog can drink. I'm sure the other two dogs are drinking quite a bit of water too, but since we got this puppy, this bowl is almost empty twice a day. All right, these are the guys that got the scraps. And I don't know if you can see on the back of Daisy's back. It's kind of hard to throw scraps sometimes because they get right in the path of the thing. And that is baked beans and potato salad. That ain't coming off easily. All right, the girls didn't get left out. There was some leftover milk, and I put that in some feed in the feed bin. One of them will find it here pretty soon. Probably Waddles. She's pretty smart. But right now they'll just work on this dry food, and they'll come. Somebody will find this over here in a minute. Not Waddles, but Goldie Hawn. I've been worried about this girl for a few days. She hasn't eaten, and the only way that she's been hanging out right here in front of the water, and the only time she was drinking is when I was actually feeding her water. But the water's down now, so maybe she's doing better, and she is away from the water, and she may have actually even eaten a little bit, and she's still pretty lethargic, but I think she's actually doing a little bit better. I sure hope so, because this is like the fourth day, so I've been worried about her. All right, everybody's fed. If you look on the bottom of this doe's cage, she's got some grass, and he does not. Once or twice a week, I will scythe some grass, because Lord knows I have plenty of it around here. And I will almost fill their cages, well, not fill it up, but I feel they get a lot of grass. And he will go through it, I don't know, 12 hours, and be happy about the grass. The girls, they don't care. Well, and see, that's the whole thing, too. You can see where she's eating almost none of it, but that's when I think that's when she started not feeling well, and I'm hoping it's not something that was in the grass that made her sick. I don't know. But she's back to where she was, but she is moving around more than I've seen her do in several days, so I have a little bit of hope for her. Okay, it looks like Tom is filling up their waterer. I'm going to move the chicken tractor so they can have some fresh place to stand. She likes the morning. Runs around. I didn't get it on camera, but I'm trying to work with the chicken tractor, and she ran and smacked right into me. These guys are actually doing pretty good. They always bundle up, hunker down together like that. I'm almost to the point where I think I'm going to take down this kitty pen. My only concern is, as you can see, I have to raise and lower the wheels to move the chicken tractor, and birds getting out is a normal risk, and sometimes a little bit hard to chase down, especially with 3 dogs. So I may, probably in the next day or two, I'll do them, because these guys grow so quickly. And yes, I'd say it's definitely a safe bet that these guys probably need to be incorporated with the other chickens. My only problem is I've already got like 3 roosters over their eating way. And I know I've got the one rooster that's about grown, so that's going to cause some problems. And it looks like some of the younger ones might be male also. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm behind on everything, but hopefully now that softball season's over, I can start getting a few things caught up. We'll have to see. It's been a while. Tom is the one that usually goes down and does things in the orchard, and we were talking the other day about what might need to happen with the orchard. So I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take us on a tour of what we call the orchard. It's just a few trees, but I know that there are some trees that need some attention. We will probably wait until after the first freeze to actually do any pruning and doing stuff, but I still want to assess it now. So let's go do that. Obviously, it's well past peach season. This is a tree that I pruned last year, and I think it looks okay, but it has not been producing the last couple of years. So I'm going to have to check into, well, I'm not sure what to do. Maybe it just changes, and sometimes it produces and sometimes it doesn't. I guess I'll just have to keep recording and find out what needs to happen with it. That's interesting. I wonder what caused that to get broken. Huh. I don't get this at all. I believe this is a tree that actually has several peaches on it. I wonder what happened here. This is kind of crazy. This tree's kind of interesting because it goes off like this. We've got some plants there, but then way down here, and it leans so bad, I don't know why. And then we've got more growth here. So this is one of the trees that Tom and I were considering. And it looks like this one branch is actually above the graft. I don't know. But we were actually considering, and this is a pear tree, we were considering pruning this off. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. We'll have to, I don't know. I wish I knew what I was doing. This is a big pear tree. And Tom got a few pears off of it, but he kind of abandoned it for a while again. And it looks like not only have all the pears fallen off, but the deer have come and eaten them. And you know what? I guess in a way that's okay. And obviously this needs to be pruned so desperately. I just gotta figure out how to do that. This, I think, even though it's not, even though it's a big job and everything, I think I can do some stuff with this winter and make it more healthier to work with. Because it looks like, I thought I'd seen some broken branches. I could be wrong though. But I can work on that this winter. I feel a little bit more confident with this tree anyway. There are several pecan trees that Tom has been grafting over the years. And you can see a graft here. So that doesn't look that strong and sturdy to me, but it seems to be doing okay. They've had some worms real bad. And this has an M on it, so I can't remember what the M stands for. And I don't know why he did two different ones on two different trees right next to each other. But they look pretty healthy, but several places all around the property he's done that. And one thing he's enjoyed doing is doing grafting of pecan trees. Mohawk, I think is what that brand, the breed is. Everything below it is the native pecan, so that has the little, sorry, I didn't mean to show you, Elsie doing her thing over there. Everything below is the native pecan, so they have the little bitty hard shells there, and everything he's grafted are larger pecan, the paper shells, what they call. And yes, they've had serious worm damage. In fact, this is what he has pruned off. Look at all that webbing. And if you looked at a little short that I did and put onto my Facebook page a couple weeks ago, was another one, and it was, the webs went all the way down on another tree. And I'm trying to figure out, oh, there it is finally. There is a plum tree in the distance, but it's been dying. It looks like it's all dead now, which is kind of a bummer because it was really producing a couple of years ago. Well, I had hoped to move forward with working on trim today, but it's spider season, so I was swiping down spiders and I noticed that. So that means my glue didn't stick on the top part there, and I need to nail it on, and I need to check other ones to see where they're loose too and get that back under control. Then maybe I can move forward. We'll have to see. Alright, I'm trying to be a little smarter about this. I don't know. I've pre-cut the wood for this one piece that we're about to do, and I pre-put some nails in it to tacking it up, and I've pre-glued it. I'm already getting liquid nails all over the place. So I'm gonna go wrestle up some help. That wood is tough. Not the gray stuff that I'm trying to nail on, or even the paneling, but the 2x4s, and I've mentioned this before, they're old. This house was built in 1998. Yeah, that's not that old, but when it comes to wood, it's hard, and I could not get it. It took me forever. But also, can you see the gap? Yeah. I don't know what to do about that. It's in, I mean, it's as far as it can go in the corner. It's just that corner is warped. It's time to move on. Well, the light's not very good, but actually that looks pretty decent for a change. I left a gap here because eventually this panel is going to be replaced and I'll have to do all new trim for that. And because it was low, I didn't have to have it glued in place to hold it there while I was nailing it in, so I didn't put glue on the back of it. So I didn't get much done today, but I did get a little bit, little by little, and I just got to keep on working at it. All right. I've always held that best thing for me to do is just always be perfectly honest in every situation. This particular recording right here is done several days after the others that I had done. Life got so hectic, especially toward the end of softball season. I was trying so hard to keep up and not doing a good job. I've probably got hundreds of hours of footage I've still got to go through with that. So, but I knew that I was going to pick up this channel and start going back in it again. And of course, I was doing stuff in between. And so I got lots of footage of different things, projects that I'm working on, but no introduction clips. And in this particular case, there was no wrap-up clip. And so that's what I'm working on now so that I can get this particular video out. It's as much as I love my granddaughter and as much as I love softball and as much as we're trying really hard to help her excel in life, I have to admit, I'm glad softball season's over so I can get some work done around here, so I can get some videos published, so I can get back on track with whatever, all the stuff that I was doing in the past. But yeah, it's been kind of crazy because, you know, I want to do my podcast, and I've got all of that footage from the softball season. 99% of it has not even been published yet, and so I'm working on that, and plus I'm trying to get together clips of that to send to scouts that are looking for someone who can play ball well and get her into a good school. So there's a lot going on. Plus, the day after the last day of the season was homecoming, and Kenzie was representing the softball season. We were trying to find her dress and get things on, stuff like that. And you know what? I'll be perfectly honest too. If I'm repeating any of this, I'm really sorry. It has been that big a mess. But I'm going to wrap this one up. I've got other videos that I've actually already gotten recorded, and I'm going to get them down. Whoops. I forgot to turn off my timer. So I'm going to wrap this one up and see if I can get this one out to you, and you can look for the next one. I've got stuff that I still want to do for the cookbook of the collapse, you know, cooking from the pantry. I'm hoping to get that recorded today, if not very, very soon, because I've got a good recipe for that one. And I don't know, I've just got a lot of projects. I'm excited. I'm ready to get back at it. I just got to get the previous projects and what I have recorded straightened out, back in order, and put together so that I can have a cohesive channel again. But until then, things might be a little bit repetitious or maybe even completely left out. So what I guess one I think I had marked for me to talk to you today, I do have an Instagram account right now, and I have been pretty good about that. Every day I do a scripture and I do a quote, and part of it is because, well, I love both scriptures and quotes, but also as I've aged, I've discovered that my memory is struggling. So this is helping me to, I have to memorize these scriptures and these quotes before I get, even if it's only for long enough for me to get it on camera, I can get it out. So those get put on TikTok and then right now on Instagram, so I can be found on Instagram at theciaellis, theciaellis, and you can see me there most of the time. It is a scripture is one of them and a quote is another one, and then every once in a while I can get out there and I can take pictures of rabbits or pigs or ducklings or whatever and add that into it, things that are going on around here. So that's all I got for you today. I still encourage you to live until you die, because this is all we've got. Even if life gets a little frantic and it seems like you're never, ever, ever going to get caught up, keep at it. Live, guys. God bless. I'll see you next time.